Hey guys, so the big video I mentioned last time is still being worked on. Originally I wanted to have it out by Halloween, but I underestimated how long it was actually going to take, and that's going to need a little bit more time. Originally I was thinking about skipping Halloween entirely, but then another idea popped into my head. One that fits very well with the theme of my channel and leads into future topics I want to discuss. Pokemon is one of the biggest sandboxes for storytelling ever. As a writer who frequently engages with Pokemon fan works, I can say I never get tired of heading back to it for a story now and then. In fact, I'm kind of working on a huge fan project of my own, one that you guys will hear more about when I have more to say. The extremely diverse lore and settings of Pokemon make it very easy to picture any story being told in this universe. You could tell a big-time adventure story. You could tell a small-time adventure story. You could tell a really fun story about a town and the people in it, as well as the Pokemon. You could tell a war story. You could tell a romance story. You could tell a story of personal growth. There is so much! But today, we're going to focus on one type of story in particular. Horror. Pokemon is often known for its cute and fun exterior, but flip that and look deeper and there are some horrifying things to be talked about in this world. Want an example? Look no further than the Pokedex entries. Case in point.
It pines for the mother it will never see again. Seeing the likeliness of its mother in the full moon, it cries. The stains on the skull it wears are from its tears. It wears its mother's skull, never revealing its true face.
Now, this is the most famous example, but it proves my point. Pokemon can get scary, and I wanted to celebrate this lesser-known aspect of the series, so to ring in the spooky season, I've decided to present you with 3 horror-themed Pokemon writing prompts for you guys to enjoy. They are of my own creation, and I'm really curious to see what you guys come up with. Share what you made in the comments down below. Alright, this first one is called the Blood-Soaked Crescent. Just to give it some context, here is the Pokedex entry for Mega Salamence that I used as inspiration. I know we should have been more careful. We were already playing with fire when we attempted experimentation on a Pokemon as dangerous as Salamence. I should have listened to the officials telling us not to do this. If not, I should have listened to the screams of the Salamence that we tormented. The experiments were going as planned until the end. It struggled to escape before, but in a second that struggle was no more. The experiment was a success. Salamence was capable of Mega Evolution. I realize now that it's not a matter of could we, but should we. In a second, I watched as this thing flew through the walls of the laboratory to escape. But that's not all. Every scientist on the ground floor conducting the experiments had died, cut straight in half as the creature tore through all of them at blinding speed in one motion. I was watching them from above. I saw the brutality of it all. Their lives ended in one swift motion. No final words, no goodbyes. They didn't even see it coming. Salamence is still out there. I need to find it and put a stop to it before any further destruction. It's my fault, and I may have just unleashed a terrifying beast onto the world. I know it'll probably end in my death, but I must. Seeing what it has done, I've come up with a name for it. I call it the Blood-Soaked Crescent. Alright, this next one is called a Yamask's Tale. For context, here is the Pokedex entry of Yamask that I used as inspiration. My life was cut short when I was really young, but I still wander this earth. Not as a human anymore, but a Pokemon. I still occasionally visit the family that cared for me when I was alive, but these days it seems like they don't even think about me anymore. Did they ever care about me? It seems like it. But if so, how could they just forget I was even here? They used to grieve, they used to cry, they used to hold each other close as they talked about how much they missed me. I don't understand. How could they move on when I clearly haven't? And finally, this last one is called Litwick's Light. You know, Litwick has so many different kinds of Pokedex entries. that hint at different things. So I urge you, dear viewer, to read a few of them on your own and see where you want this one to go. Here we go. Litwick's Light. Today in the tower I saw something weird. A little girl was wandering the graveyards and crying. She was calling out for her mommy and daddy, but no one could hear her call. Then I had a sudden realization. I went up to her. At first she was scared, but I quickly showed myself to be a friendly Pokemon. She quickly warmed up to me. She felt safe and happy even. I made her warm with the fire of my light. She talked about wanting to introduce me to her mom and dad. She says maybe I could be her Pokemon if her parents say yes. She's always wanted a pet. It's a shame she doesn't know. Alright, that's going to wrap it up for this video, but if you liked the video, you know what to do. And if you liked any of these prompts I mentioned in this video, please feel free to use them. Better yet, share what you came up with in the comments below. I'm absolutely eager to hear what you guys can come up with, and if I get enough of them, I'll read them on a video and provide live commentary. Until then, have a safe and pleasant Halloween.